All right, everyone. So, as we mentioned in the intro, today is a big day for deathcore. Russian powerhouse Slaughter to Prevail just released their third full-length album titled Grizzly. Grizzly. If you're not familiar with this band, I don't know what to tell you. Go do some fucking research. Jesus.
At this point, I think they're the most streamed deathcore band there is.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Yeah.
I think at this point they still have Lorna Shore beat.
Oh, by a lot. They're almost 3 times more than Lorna. Believe it or not.
So the lineup for this album is Jack Simmons on lead guitar, actually the only member that is not from Russia.
It's the axe grinder.
Dmitry Mamedov on rhythm guitar. Mike Petrov on bass. I'm definitely going to mess this one up. Evgeny Novikov on the drums.
Sounded good.
And of course, the one and only Alex the Terrible on the vocals. So this album is 13 songs, 50 minutes, with 7 of these songs already having been released.
Yeah.
That said, we're going to do a blind listen to the whole album, mostly the 6 songs we haven't heard yet, and we're going to give you our immediate thoughts. So we're going to get into the first track, Bandidos. This is a hell of a way to start out the album.
Yeah.
I love the horror movie squeals throughout. There's a ton of groove here as well, and they introduced the symphonic elements pretty early on. I wasn't actually sure if we were going to get more symphonics on any of the other songs on this album, but I'm definitely here for it. And then they're after my heart with all those alarm clock riffs.
Oh, it was so good. It's such a neck snapper the whole way through. The symphonic stuff is very minimal. It's mixed in just enough, sprinkled in there. But they don't waste any time. They got right into this track with blast beats and big screams right at the beginning. This is a great way to open it.
High energy, but then we get that weird little interlude in the middle of the song where it sounds like some kind of traditional Russian.
Yeah, but he's talking. It's like almost like he's talking in Spanish, though.
Yeah,
right?
The music almost sounds like that as well. So I really don't know what that's about. So yeah. I don't know. I'm sure some of you that are watching this or listening probably have some insight. So let us know, because it just was weird and kind of jarring.
Yeah.
Because then it goes back to the song afterwards, and it
felt like an outro, but then the song continued. It kind of messed with the flow
for me.
Yeah,
I don't like that being in there. It kind of killed the vibe a little bit, but maybe there's a reason for it. We'll see.
Maybe it'll grow on me. Next up is Russian Grizzly in America.
So this is one of those songs where the video is so damn good that it actually distracts you from the song.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, originally, I didn't appreciate this song enough. The song is a banger, though. And it's worth noting that most of the lyrics, from what I can tell, are all in Russian, other than the words Russian Grizzly in America.
The hook.
The Slipknot vibes are really strong throughout this one, mostly with the eerie guitar sounds that are going on in the background, and also with Alex's vocal delivery. And also worth noting, they seem to have borrowed Lars' snare from the Saint Anger album on this song.
Jeez, I didn't catch that.
Somehow they made it work.
I hope I don't catch that. I don't want to hear that.
No, it sounds good in this context. I like it.
Yeah, this was, I think it was the 6th single. It was the most recent one. As you mentioned, the videos were checking out, but it did always distract from the song. I thought it was a fun track, but overall it didn't do a lot for me, and it was missing something. And I only listened to it a few times previous, and I think I was watching the video almost every time before. I don't remember the breakdown. When that breakdown just hit here, holy shit, that's some Beatdown City stuff right there, and I love that. His Grizzly guttural is also good.
Yeah, it's kind of weird where, because the music video is hilarious.
It's goofy. You got a guy in a giant bear suit.
Yeah, and it's almost like you're not paying as much attention to the song as you should, because the video doesn't really even go with the song.
No, they're playing video games and going about their day-to-day life, and yeah.
But yeah, to me, hearing the song by itself, not watching the video, I feel like I got a lot more out of it. So.
I definitely enjoyed it more on that listen than I had previous listens of that track. The next up is I'm Dead. This is the track with Ronnie Radke. Never heard of him?
I wish I was dead. All right. So first impression, that song was absolutely awful. Ronnie Radke just ruins everything that he touches.
Fucking stop. This shit's high energy from the start. You can't deny this.
No. So, no, right off the bat, we got major new metal vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Heavier, but new metal groove just right from the start. Definitely, this is a pit mover. And Ronnie Radke delivering some straight black metal vocals on the verses.
Well, let's just say we're assuming that's him. We're not sure. I really don't think that's Alex. But
No, I feel like that had to be Ronnie.
yeah.
And that was impressive, man. Like, I didn't know he could do it.
I mean, Ronnie can do basically anything on vocals. Come on. You can deny it all you want, but
recording, my friend. This is a studio recording.
I don't know. I've seen him do a lot of crazy shit.
Let's see if it's a black metal band, and then we'll talk.
I wouldn't deny
But
him.
nonetheless, I am impressed. I even really enjoyed the rap part, which I usually don't like.
Yeah, his like
That
little
stuff,
rappy breakdown thing.
It was really good, man. I was prepared to hate this song, but this song's incredible. I mean, it's, from what we've heard so far, one of the best songs that they've released.
Yeah, you pretty much covered everything. The drumming coming out of that Ronnie rappy part, though,
that was crazy.
Insane. If that
some
was
of the fastest
that
double
was
bass I've ever heard.
nuts. Loved it. I'm going to play the shit out of this song. I love it.
Yeah.
The next song coming up is Baba Yaga.
Not to be confused with Baba Yaga.
Yeah, very close.
So when this one started, I was like, okay, this is just going to be like a little filler song. Like, it had picked up pretty quickly. We got some cool variations of vocals on this one, some stuff we haven't heard yet from Alex.
That cult-like chant thing near the beginning was pretty cool.
That's when it really picked up. Like, he did that weird, whatever kind of vocal you want to call that, and then everything kind of shifted after that.
But that was just the first shift.
And then you got, like, there's cool choir vocals in the background. Super awesome build up to the breakdown. One of my favorite parts ever from any of their songs. I love the way that it led into it. And then you mentioned a little bit of industrial vibes on this one. You mentioned a specific band, but I'll let you bring that up.
Yeah, first half very Rammstein. Feel it very Rammstein, especially through the choruses and stuff. It felt a lot like Rammstein, but it took off near the end.
You just think all these Europeans sound the same? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
fucking racist.
for sure. Definitely. But man, when that riff came back in, it blasted off into space on the second half, and we thought the song was over a couple different times, and it just comes blasting back in. This is another good track.
I mean, for like at the very end, you think it's over. It comes back for like 10 more seconds.
Yep.
It's like, no, we're not done with you.
We're going to hit you with some more blast beats and craziness for a second.
I like it.
Love it. Leads into Viking, which is the second single, came out a couple years ago.
I really wish this song was actually new because I remember how I felt the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
And to be able to hear it for the first time, like in the context of this album, would have been incredible. But we've been living with this one for a long time already. Doesn't take away that it's a badass song. And how can you be mad at the song that gave us the Gator Growl?
Yeah, that's true. It's funny the Gator Growl came in a Viking song. I love the Viking like marches that he gets in here and stuff. You know, it's really cool. But
that is funny because gators don't belong over there.
Nah, not at all. You don't see gators over there. But I'm sure everybody's heard this song a bunch. If you're here listening to this review, you know this song already. Just beat your chest and go row in the pit. This song's fucking great.
Yep.
The next song up, I'll probably butcher the title. Looks like it says Coochie or Kachai or something. I'm not really sure. Alex, how do you pronounce that song? Here we go. I loved it. It was you're right. It was so juvenile, but it was great.
Man, this song is a journey. It starts out with no distortion on the guitar. It almost sounds like the beginning of a Nirvana song for a minute.
It's almost acoustic.
Yeah.
It's very close. It's not quite, but it's there.
And then when the distortion kicks in, it's got this nice, it's almost like a twangy Southern guitar riff in the beginning. And it's like, man, how long have these guys been in Florida? Like, are they starting to pick up on this here?
But man, his gutturals were so deep. They sound like a bear trying to sing or something.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool.
And it was like a little bit of a slow burner.
Mm-hmm.
There's when Jack's playing the leads on the guitar, it almost reminds me of Eric Draven on the Rooftop. Like it's got that type of vibe. Like it's kind of slow. It's very ominous and, you know, just kind of haunting.
Gloomy. There's a gloominess to this track.
It's definitely on the experimental side for this band, I would think. This song stands out amongst this album for sure so far.
It's very different.
And of course, we have to talk about, this is going to be an infamous mosh call at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, when this came on, we both looked at each other like, what? And laughter ensued, which is always a good sign in metal. Like if something makes you like start laughing, it's like, oh my God.
It was a fuck yeah laugh. It was like, that was cool.
Alex bust out this, you can kill me, I don't care, hell exists, I'll see you there. I might have it slightly wrong, but it's pretty damn close to that. So it was just, it came out of nowhere at the end of the song, and just sometimes the simplest things just blow your mind. That was awesome.
Love it.
That was awesome.
Yeah. You touched on everything. That track to me was, I was in the mindset of almost like, it's kind of a slow burner in the middle here. Not really sure that mosh call saved it to where it was like,
oh man,
shit.
It's funny. It's a weird comparison, but it reminds me of when we were listening to the Day to Remember album, and you would have this kind of like pop song, and then at the end, like all of a sudden, like
they would melt your face with
like
something.
the one where he's like, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, I still love that part too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need just that juvenile rage in a song.
Yeah, man.
The next song is, hang on, hold on.
You gotta live.
4, 5, 6. All right, the next song is the 7th track on the album, but it's titled Song 3 for some reason. It's got Baby Metal in it.
Man,
I actually think this is the most recent single. I said Russian Bear was, but this is the most recent.
This is the most recent
this
single.
Was the 6th single, so let's get into it.
All right, so this is the most recent single off of the album. I'll admit, wasn't one that I was super excited about. This is their collab with Baby Metal. It's fine. It's grown on me quite a bit, I guess, but I don't necessarily think that it fits on this album. That's probably going to be my main complaint about this. Baby Metal's not really my thing. I tend to like them on their collabs. I love their collab with Electric Callboy. I did go from really disliking this one the first time I heard it, and now I can kind of catch myself vibing to it a little bit. But as I suspected, it kind of stands out like a sore thumb on this album. I don't know. What do you think, Justin?
I like all the Slaughter stuff in this track, but as soon as Baby Metal comes on, I can't get into it, and the chorus completely ruins the song for me. There's just something about that band that I'm just not into. It's a very anime type of vocal. That's the only way I can describe it. It's too poppy, but it's not poppy, but it's, I don't know. I respect the band. It's just not for me, and it stands out in this album. It'll probably be, so far it's the only song that I'll probably skip as I'm going through.
I don't know if I would skip it. I don't know.
I wanted to skip it when we were just
playing it. I need to hear the rest of the album, I guess, and see where they go from here, because they might take a full left-hand turn.
We got 6 songs left, and we know 4 of them. They ain't making no left-hand turn.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. So yeah, now you've showed your racism towards Europe and Asia.
This guy. So let that shit go. Let's lift that shit is the next song.
So every roid bro in the world just collectively added this song to their workout playlist.
Holy shit.
Lyrics like this is why everybody picks on Alex online.
I don't care. This is why I love him.
Bro, you'll never be as extreme as me. I work out to slaughter to prevail. This song is objectively stupid, but it's so good. I love it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
I love when bands create obnoxious songs just to get a crowd moving, and that's what this is. I mean, he was right into that mosh call with lift that shit from the very beginning. Like, jump, motherfucker. Show me what you're gonna do.
Right from the start.
Shit seems violent. Another really crazy breakdown in here. Is
I
very
want to know the
different.
full lyrics.
So do I. I can't wait to dive into these lyrics because there's some stuff in here that I really want to know what he says.
This could be another funny music video if they end up releasing this one. I don't know.
It could.
I could definitely see them like some dudes in the gym like
lift that shit.
Oh
this
man,
dude, it's he knows how like obnoxiously like alpha male this song is, and I love it. I love that he just embraces it. You know.
Yeah, but people aren't gonna get it, and they're just gonna
care.
It's funny as shit to me, but.
Yeah. It's that Ronnie approach. Just lean into it. Don't fucking care.
It's one of the dumbest songs I ever heard, and I love it.
Amazing. Next is Behelit.
There's only one more song on this album that I haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
So unless that song completely blows me away, this is my favorite song on the whole album.
It's a great one.
It's just epic. It's epic sounding. It's slow chugging, slow paced. And perfect use of the symphonic elements, just kind of marchy, stompy. It's different than anything I've ever heard Slaughter do. I did not love it from the first time I heard it. Let me be honest. I was like, oh, they're going to do the Lorna Shore thing. That's not really what's going on here, though. This sounds more like if Amon Amarth like added some slow symphonic elements in the background. It's not even a lot. You know, it's just like some violin, just kind of adding that big like battle sound to it.
It gives it a kind of a cinematic feel.
I love it, and yes, that's the perfect way to say it. That's what I was going for. So, big fan of this song. I really love it.
The chorus always stood out for me in this. It's almost a clean vocal. If you've ever heard Josta in Kingdom of Sorrow, it reminds me very much of his cleaner vocal that he does with Kingdom of Sorrow, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but yes, it's cleaner. I like the way you said that.
It's not clean. It's
still kind of rough.
Yeah, and it's still gritty, and it's still Alex, but it's got this more.
Yeah, you're not going to get like choir boy vocals out of Alex.
No, never.
But yeah, I mean, and he's toyed with those type of vocals. On Costalum, I think is how you say the name of that album.
Well,
like he did a little bit of that there.
He's especially dabbled with cleans on his like solo covers that he puts out that sometimes he should put out.
But I think he knows. He's usually pretty honest about it. Like
he is. He's got a good attitude
I kind of butchered this one, but
he's just having fun with it. So
yeah. So this deep into the album, I don't think anything's going to top this song for me. Even though this is another one that is not fresh.
No, this was the third single, I think. It's been out for a couple years now.
But it's just that solid of a song to me. Like, I think this stays in their playlist for their whole career, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. That big-ass sword in the manga. Got it right? Manga?
Yeah. Thanks for getting that right.
Next up is Rodina, the last new track.
Little bit of ballad action here.
And acoustic at the beginning. It definitely was acoustic this time.
Yeah, the verses are kind of like Russian folk music, I think. I don't know. I don't know what Russian folk music sounds like, but that's what I imagine it would sound like. But then it gets crazy heavy, and I feel like it's a perfect song to follow. Behelit has the same kind of slow stomp with the symphonics, adding the epic feel.
Yep.
And then Jack rips this really epic guitar solo here.
This is a good song. It's ballady, but it doesn't get too singy. It still keeps like its we'll just call it its alpha male personality that is Slaughter to Prevail, but it's definitely slower. It's epic.
Slower, and
it's a perfect sequel to Behelit, as you said. So
one more song at this tempo would have been too much.
We already know what's coming next.
We know what's coming next, so we know that they're going to remedy that really quick.
I think the placement was perfect. Where they put this song in Behelit right before it, and then what we go into next, it's a perfect placement. This album is laid out like you would lay out a concert if you really look at it. It starts off right off rip heavy. It has moments where it dips down just a little, but for the most part, it stays heavy. And then we dip down a little bit here, and we're about to close it out with, some of their bigger songs. So,
yep.
Next up is Conflict.
Conflict.
I mean, what do you say?
We all know it. Stripped down, beat down, hardcore banger.
It's you and me in a fat fucking conflict.
That's pretty much it.
That's
I mean,
it, man.
I don't know what else to say about this song. It's one of my favorites.
I love it.
It's a quick little, just over 2-minute banger.
In and out, does what it needs to do, gets the crowd moving. It was a great single. I think it was the third single on the album.
I hope it never leaves the live set, though.
Dude, but we've said that about so many songs on this album already. The next song is The Pit of Darkness.
So this is another one that's already been released. We've been living with this one for some time, but tons of new metal bounce here, chock full of groove. Really just kind of signature Slaughter to Prevail at this point.
Is it signature Slaughter to Prevail, or does it sound a lot like another band?
I mean, you pointed out that it sounds like a band that we love a lot. I didn't notice until you said it.
The guitar work in here is very Chimera. Self-titled Chimera era, in particular Inside the Whore. If you think of that song and the guitar riffs and the solo in there, it's very inspired by in here, but in all the best ways. This is probably my favorite track on the album. I've loved this song from the first time I've heard it.
Yeah, when you think about what Chimera did and what their DNA was, it's very similar.
It is
to Slaughter to Prevail, because they had all those new metal elements, but they also fused in all of the traditional metal
and groove.
You know, the big riffs and the groove. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure these guys
were fans. They had to have been.
Absolutely.
You know, if only one member of the band was, it's the axe grinder.
Yeah.
So
Jack Timmons, let's go, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, we got one song left. It's actually the oldest song on the entire album.
What, this come out in 2021, roughly?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because it was when the conflict started with Ukraine and Russia.
Yep. 1984, the greatest year ever.
So I had my doubts about having 1984 on this album at all. And having it as the closer, it actually worked perfect. I want to point out there's been a lot of noise about Alex, displaying the Russian flag at the Warped Tour live stream and whatnot. If anybody had any doubts about where Alex stands on this war with Ukraine, I think you just need to listen to this song. This is one of the few on this album that are in English. It's not great English, mind you, but I think if you read these lyrics, whatever doubts you have about where he may stand, those are going to be resolved. But this song has, I think, all the elements of a good closer. It has a big feel to it. It's a little bit more slow tempo. It's a little bit more serious in tone. I mean, you wouldn't want to close the album with something like Lift That Shit. This one kind of hits that spot where, it brings it all together at the end and closes it out. So I actually think it was really well placed on the album, despite the fact that it's so goddamn old.
Yeah. And it's even got some of those Chimera riffs that we heard in Kid of Darkness. So it's they kind of, even though this is a mix mash of songs all together, this album, I feel like it actually has flowed pretty well together, and the similar songs are placed next to each other. The song placement seems to be very well on this album, the way it's all put together, from kicking off the start, crushing you at the very beginning, all the way through to the end of 1984. Going into this album, I wasn't super hyped because we're only getting 6 new songs out of the 13, but I feel like all 6 of those songs delivered, and the previous 7 were all standout tracks in their own right, minus one that I'm not a big fan of. It's an album that's absolutely built for the live show. It's built for the pit. It's full of blast beats and killer drums, groovy riffs, big, huge breakdowns, and mosh calls, all led by some of the best deep gutturals in the entire genre. You cannot argue Alex's deep gutturals are just insane. He doesn't have a huge range, but when he goes low, it's the best that it gets, in my opinion. And this album speaks to me. It's an absolutely crushing album from start to finish. The only thing that pulled it back for me was that Baby Metal track. I just can't get into their stuff. So Grizzly gets a 5.5 out of 6 from me.
Yeah, so I think that you and I kind of shared kind of our level of enthusiasm was the same going into this album. So at one point, it was like, I was super stoked. But then so many of the songs have been released.
Mm-hmm.
We found out once we saw the track listing that so many of them were old. Some of these songs we never thought would make it onto this album because they were so
1984.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to commend whoever had the final say in arranging these tracks because it made all the difference. The album does flow and it does feel like an album. And I 100% thought that when we got to this point of the review, like I had one thing that I knew was going to come out of my mouth, and that's that this doesn't feel like an album. But it does feel like an album. The only time it feels a little bit weird, where it kind of goes a little off track, is the Baby Metal song.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
I don't feel as strongly about that song as you. Like I said, the song's growing on me. If it were my choice, I would have left that song off the album. But it is what it is. It's not a terrible song, I don't think. Very surprised at some of the twists and turns of this album. I don't know. Going into this, like, I was like, I thought that I might have to rate one of my favorite bands a little below average. And I'm kind of relieved that as I listen to this, there's just so many moments throughout this thing. And even listening to some of the songs that we already heard, like 1984, I haven't listened to that song in so long that I forgot how good it was. And I forgot how impactful the lyrics were. So yeah, overall, this is a really strong album from Slaughter to Prevail. I don't think it quite holds up to Acostolum. I just think that album was a really special moment in this band's career. Don't know if they'll be able to really capture that again. And it did flow a little bit better than this one. But super strong album. Definitely going to get a lot more listens than I anticipated.
Oh, yeah.
I give it a 5 out of 6.
Nice. I loved it. That is Slaughter to Prevail's Grizzly. Tell us what you think in the comments.